fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. For happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how this old moon doth wane. She lingers my desires like to a stepdam or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night, 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I would thee with my sword, and one thy love doing thee injury. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeon. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast written her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And be it so she will not hear, before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, to you your mother should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as form and wax, by her will imprinted and within her power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your mother's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my mother looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with her judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I do not know by what power I am made bold, nor how it may affect my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I do beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, and examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your mother's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to a cold, fruitless moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and I, for everlasting bond of fellowship, either upon that day prepare to die for disobedience to your mother's will, or to wed Demetrius as she would, or on Diana's altar to protest for aye austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry her?
Scornful Lysander. True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well possessed as he, as well derived. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius's. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must admit, I have heard so much, and what Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But come, Demetrius, and Aegea, come, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. To you, Hermia, look you fit your fancies to arm yourself to fit your mother's will. At least the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegea, go along. I must confer with you of something that nearly concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
You like for once of rain, for which I could well redeem them from the tempest of mine eyes.
Ay, me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, or else it was different in blood,
Oh, cross too high to be enthralled too low.
or else misgrafted in respect of years,
Oh, spite too old to be engaged too young.
or it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there was a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, as brief as the lightning in the colleague night, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
Oh, if then true lovers have ever been crossed, the sands as of Eden in destiny, we must teach our trial patience, as it is the customary cross, as true to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, or fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue. She hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. Therefore, if thou lovest me then, steal forth thy mother's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once to do observance to a morn of May. There will I wait for thee.
Oh, my good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than woman spoke, in that place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena! Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair, your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, what favor so yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go? My eyes would catch your eyes, my ear your ear, my tongue would catch your tongue's sweet melody. Oh, were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to you to be translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smile such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers with such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. You no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself shall fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what grace and love do dwell, that he turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silvery visage in the watery glass, with liquid pearl decking the bladed grass. A time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in that wood where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying their bosoms in their counsel sweet. There, my Lysander and myself shall be. And thence from Athens steal away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lover's food tomorrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know at all, but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyne, so I, admiring his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. But when those hails some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and then will he to the wood tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have his thanks, it is a dear expense. But hear me nigh to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.